Hi, my name is Miles, and I'm here with Noreen Flack, the Foundation Program teacher here at KMC Washington. Welcome, Noreen. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I have been studying and practicing Kadampa Buddhism for many years now, since the mid-90s, and I teach at Kadampa Meditation Center, Washington, the foundation program, twice a week. So we study Buddhist scripture together, page by page, try and gain a deeper understanding of the meaning. And also to deepen our meditation practice, trying to really get our mind in a clear space, developing more peace. It's a little more advanced than the general program. And I am obviously a lay teacher, so I have a family. I'm married and I have a son, and I also work. I'm a massage therapist, so I try and incorporate everything into my daily life. So you may have noticed, like in Kedrup's an ordained person, I'm a lay person, but in Buddhism we have many different types of teachers to try and show that Buddhist teachings apply to all kinds of ways of life.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, why should you meditate? What are some benefits?
Why should you meditate? You should meditate because you want to be happy. If you want to be happy, you're going to want to meditate, right? Because it's getting harder and harder to control our minds. The more distracted we get, the less control we have over the state of our mind. And it's harder to deal or even understand how to deal with a lot of negative emotions and unhappiness. That's usually not our first method to try and overcome our unhappy mind, is to meditate. We usually try other things first.
Yeah. So how might meditation benefit youth differently than it does adults?
Well, youth have a different set of problems in general. I think they're programmed, conditioned from the very beginning, at least in our society, I think in the West, to be successful. And a lot of times that kind of shows itself in academics, being successful academically, being successful so that you can achieve a lot academically, and then that's supposed to coincide with earning a lot or having some kind of profession that is able to enjoy some high status in society, something like that. So young people have actually a lot of pressure to, right out of the gate, to be special, to be important, to be successful at everything they do, and they're not often given skills to deal with failure of those expectations, or trying to look at life or success from a different point of view. So if we believe or are motivated, thinking success comes from material things, and we live our life by that motivation, we're often left feeling a little empty, and we're not equipped with dealing with life when it presents unwanted things or what we consider unsuccessful.
So what's some advice to a beginner? How should I start out? If I'm a beginning meditator, I want to just try it out.
If you're a beginner, I would say the number one thing is somehow get it into your mind to be patient. Because one of the hardest things for beginners is to just have trust in the process of developing your skills in meditation. And because, especially for Westerners, we're very result oriented. We want to develop inner peace immediately, even though most of our life we've been distracted and kind of, fluctuating between the extremes of emotions and not ever really practicing on what's going on in our mind. So meditation from the beginning has to be very gentle, and we have to be content with the smaller successes.
Yeah.
I think Buddha said we have to pay homage to the new moon more than the full moon in Joyful Path, which means prostrate to your smaller accomplishments in the beginning of your practice rather than the success of your results later. Because those early ones are the ones that will take you there.
Yeah, setting the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have any advice specifically for young adults? Is that different than people who are maybe middle-aged or, you know, not young adults, I guess? Or is it kind of the same thing with meditation?
I would, if I had a classroom full of young people like yourself, unfortunately you're my only young person in my class, so you have to take the adult side. I would probably work a little more on Buddhist psychology, trying to help people learn that the first thing they need to do instead of reacting emotionally is to calm their mind. So if they just make that part of their life, is before I make this decision, before I respond to this thing that's happening, I'm going to calm my mind first and have some clarity and peace. And then my decisions will be more productive and more coming from a better place than just reacting out of negative emotion.
Yeah, sure.
I think young people are very reactive, just like older people, but because they haven't been given the skills to calm their mind, that's an early stage where they could change that condition. Their mind is a little more pliable, and I think that they could learn quicker, maybe than some adults, in how they respond to difficulties.
So do you have any advice for better exposing meditation to younger people like me?
You know, I think it's a really interesting time for meditation because it's actually quite new in Western countries like the US. So I think the best thing is for more younger people to be an example.
To just do it.
And to not make it such a strange thing. So if they see younger people their age finding some value in meditation, I think they'll be a lot more interested than if I were to say, hey, you should learn how to meditate.
It worked for me,
Yeah, they're gonna, or just finding examples that they find cool outwardly, like someone who doesn't necessarily look like me. I think that they would see, you know, I'm gonna give this a shot because there's somebody I admire, just externally, even if it has to happen that way in the beginning so that they can have some experience on their own. But I think for me the best thing that will happen for young people is if more young people are meditating and then they see for themselves like, okay, I handled that better.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with me today.
Thank you, Miles.